Hello everyone, I am Prince Misra, and in today's session I will talk on that what should be the right approach for answer writing in geography optional for this year's mains. One thing you should be very clear, those who are supposed to write 2021 mains, in fact some of the students who are still in doubt that whether they will qualify the prelims or not, or if they are in that range where things cannot be said in you can say they are not in comfortable zone, they can qualify or they might not. My only suggestion will be, of course those who are going to write this year's mains, definitely they will do the answer writing, but even those who have given this year's prelims and they are not sure to qualify this year's prelims, they should also utilize next 75 to 80 days. Because the nature of examination is such that even those who are not going to qualify this year's prelims, I am sure that you will start again reading all the basics. You will start doing giving more focus to your GS part. Simultaneously, you will also read the optional, and once you will reach to, let's say, in the month of January and February, you will not have that bandwidth to go for the answer writing. So, even for those who are sure that they will not be qualifying this year's prelims, for them also the next 70-75 days are very crucial, and try to utilize this time for doing answer writing practice. For them, those who are very much sure that they will not be able to qualify, or those who have not given this year's prelims and they are targeting for next year, so I will make one more, I will take one more session for 2022 mains, that what should be the writing approach, and in this session I will stick to the approach which should be followed by students that are going to write this year's mains, that is what should be your right approach in next 75 days. When it comes to answer writing, importance of answer writing I think is known to everyone. So all the optional students know very well the importance of answer writing. But the most important part is, knowing the things is not going to help you out, because so many times I used to say in different classes, clarity of thought is not enough. What is more important is action. So clarity will not come from the thought. Might be you are having very good understanding, You know that answer writing is important. Answer writing is important for the optional, answer writing is important for the mains. लेकिन उस importance का कोई importance नहीं है until unless you will start doing the writing practice. So you have to start writing. It is not that yes, you will be thinking that yes, I will do the writing practice. No, you have to do. There is no other way. And the second most important part, what I feel through the interaction with several students is, most of the students, specifically in optional, they try to think that first I will complete the optional and then we'll do the writing. There is a problem. Problem is what? Optional syllabus happens to be comparatively big. And in this pursuit of getting a hold on the optional, almost there will be difficulty, because once you are reading the geomorphology one topic, definitely you will feel that yes, it's good, I am understanding it. But just imagine that once you have completed the geomorphology, you will move to next topic, and in this process, when you will try to summarize the whole paper one, there you will find might be you are studying the economic geography, but you are not able to recall the slope development theories. While reading the growth pole concept, you are not able to recall the simple concept of climatic classification. So the point that you need to understand is, you need to be realistic. You need not to be idle. So ideal situation is that when you will think that first I will complete all the reading part and then I will start writing, that is very incorrect approach. That approach is not going to help you out. So please be very clear that all those who have written the prelims, now you are not supposed to just do that in next 20 days I will first revise all the things. Revision without any target, will not be useful. So your revision should be target based, and target based along with time bound. So within next 7 days I will revise geomorphology ocean, in next 7 days I will revise economic geography, population geography. So the answer writing should be in this manner. It should be time bound and it should be targeted in manner. Other than this, when it comes to the answer, lot of time student will have this confusion or this doubt. Good answer. Every student aspire to write good answer. And in fact, all the suggestions that you will get, all the guidance that you used to get, it will be very easy for me to suggest that just include this, just include this. But is it really that all the answers that you are going to write should be good answer? You need to aspire to have good answer from the first answer that you are going to write. So you need to understand there is no criteria that this is your good answer. Good answers will evolve, because you all are the geography students, so you know the meaning of evolution, how the landforms evolve. तो आप हिमालयास को देखते हैं तो आप देखेंगे कि विल हैव द माउंट एवरेस्ट, तो माउंट एवरेस्ट एक दिन में बन गया. कॉन्टिनेंट्स, वी हैव डिफरेंट कॉन्टिनेंट्स, तो एक दिन में बन गया. So being a geography student, you need to understand that all the things will happen in gradually, but you have to continuously do it. So there is nothing called good answer in the first hand itself. You have to work to make your answer good. So the good answer is the result of lot of hard work, or you can say lots of writing. So if you will ask me that how a good answer can be written, so a good answer can be written by writing so many answers. Of course, it is not that you will sit on one day and just you are writing for next 10 days and your answer will become good. No. The first criteria needs to be adhered. That is, you are writing the answer in time bound manner. So time bound, target based, and within this you will start writing answer, and while writing answer, try to get the feedback. You can get the feedback with the faculty, the teachers you are connected with. You can get feedback with your seniors, whatever the mode you are having availability. So get the feedback. Whatever the feedback is being suggested, try to incorporate some of the things. But please be very clear, being a geography student, you must be aware that in economic geography, in human and economic geography, we have so many location theories. We have the industrial location theory, we have the Christaller and Loos central place theory, we have the agricultural location theory, and in all location theory, one very important assumption is what? Rational economic man. So like all those economic geography theories suggest that man should be rational and economic. So you also need to be rational economic man while incorporating the feedbacks that you are getting. So बहुत सारी feedback, बहुत सारे suggestions मिलेंगे. हो सकता मैं ही आपको बहुत सारे feedback दूं. But you need to be applying only those feedbacks, first of all, which is doable. Now try to understand. Let's say you are writing very small. So letters that you are writing is very small. If I am saying that no, you need to write with big letters. So you need to understand that this is something, the way you were writing for last 10 to 12 years. And it cannot be changed within the next 70-75 days. और उसको चेंज करने जाएंगे तो हो सकता है आपका जो नेचुरल फ्लो हो वही खत्म हो जाए. और if someone is having writing tendency to write some of the letters in different manner, and if somebody is suggesting no, you have to change it, you need to very much rational that which suggestions needs to be incorporated, which suggestions need to be taken and which suggestions not. Because the suggestions, the feedback cannot be systematic. In geography we have two approaches, that is systematic approach, we have the regional approach. So we have a generalized approach and we have the specific approach. When it comes to the answer writing, what is very much suiting for one student might not be suitable for the other student. So you have to take only those feedbacks that you can rectify. So if there is some problem and you think that yes, I can rectify it, do it. And if you think, so you need to very much smart enough, क्योंकि ये आपकी जर्नी है. You are going to be selected as an IAS officer. So the suggestions you can take, but whether to implement it or not, it should be your decision. So once you are getting the feedback, now is the time to incorporate that feedback. And once you will incorporate that feedback, then in that evolution, your answer will become good answer. So you can say, good answer is a journey. And to arrive that journey, to reach to that journey, You have to write the answer, but the writing answer must be in this manner. It should be time bound, it should be targeted, and also you are continuously getting feedback, and you are also working and you are also trying to incorporate those feedbacks in the next answer. तो ऐसा मत समझिए कि किसी ने कह दिया कि नहीं ठीक है आपको बस लिखते जाना लिखते जाना. लिखते जाने से नहीं टेस्ट आपका आंसर गुड होगा. If you need to incorporate the case study, if the feedback is that try to give more examples, then in the next answer, in the next test, when you will give more examples, then only you are improving. नहीं तो आपका आंसर वैसा रह जाएगा. So feedback is important, but the what is more important from the student perspective is implementing those feedbacks. Implementing those feedbacks. Now, other than this, few general things which needs to be understood for those who have earlier written, they are not able to get good marks, and of course for others, those who are going to write this year. First of all, in optional, what you need to understand, any answer, broadly you can divide the answer in two parts. So any answer of optional, it's equally applicable to GS also, but I am specifically discussing about the optional. You can divide in two major subhead. One subhead is content, and the other subhead is presentation. There is a myth among some of the students that for good answer, the only thing is required is good content. Good content is definitely is one of the condition, is only a prerequisite, but it is not the sufficient condition. So if your content is good, it doesn't mean that your answer will be good. Just try to take an example in your daily life. In your rooms, you will have lot of things is placed. So let's say in your living rooms, you will have bookshelf, you will have the some of the chairs, tables, sofas, and different things are placed. When all the things are very much same in the room, so let's try to understand. You will have plenty of things in your room and everything is present throughout the room. There is another room, and in that second room also, you will have same number of books, same bookshelf, same sofa, everything is same. But here in this room, you will have in one corner you will have bookshelf, in other corner you will have particularly let's say for the sitting arrangement, in other corner you will have some more things are placed. So which room you will, when you will enter, let's say you are entering and you are a reviewer, you need to review of these two rooms. In this room also you will have the same things, in this room also you will have the same thing, but in this room you will have things are more organized, whereas here the things are messy. So which room is going to attract you more? I am sure, of course, exceptions are always there. But I am sure majority of you will love to sit in this room, that is the room which is more organized, which is where the things are well placed where it is supposed to be. Your answers are very much similar. तो केवल कंटेंट नहीं है कि कंटेंट है, एग्जामिनर विल एप्रिसिएट दैट हाउ यू आर प्रेजेंटिंग योर कंटेंट. तो आपने आंसर लिखना शुरू किया. लेट्स से यू हैव स्टार्टेड राइटिंग अबाउट द डेविस साइकिल ऑफ इरोजन. तो आपने एजम्पशन लिखा ही नहीं, आपने सीधे लिखना शुरू कर दिया स्ट्रक्चर, स्टेज, प्रोसेस. फिर उसमें प्रोसेस नहीं बताया, स्ट्रक्चर नहीं बताया, आपने स्टेज बता दिया. फिर क्रिटिसिज्म करने लगे. क्रिटिसिज्म के बाद आपको एकाएक याद आया कि नहीं इन्होंने तो कुछ एजम्पशन भी लिखे थे, जब बताए थे, एजम्पशन लिखने लगे. जैसे ही एजम्पशन लिख दिया फिर आपको याद आया कि नहीं देयर शुड बी अ डायग्राम आल्सो. देन यू विल स्टार्ट ड्राइंग द geographical geometrical presentation. So everything is there in your answer, but you are not going to get good marks. So please be very clear in that answer writing. Content is one of the prerequisite, but content is not everything. Presentation becomes very crucial. And one more thing that you all need to understand, barring only 20-25% student, 75% student of geography optional. Let's limit ourselves to only our for our geography optional. We are not bothered about the other optional. So 75% of the students that are going to write with you, they will have very much more or less same level of knowledge, and more or less they are also have gone through with the same study material. So not very much difference. But some of the student will get 220 and some of the student will get 290, 280. So in the first hand, let's say you have come across that one of the student is getting 220 and another student is getting 280. So what is the difference? Difference is of 60 marks. So in the first hand, what will be your conclusion? If I'll ask that why this student is getting 280 mark and this student is getting 220. So I am sure majority of you will think कि जिस स्टूडेंट का 280 आया उसकी ज्योग्राफी बहुत अच्छी आती है, and the student who is getting 220 is having less command, less knowledge over the geography. Please be very clear, it is one of the very, you can say, main myth in this geography optional. It is the biggest myth of this geography optional. 75% of the students who prepare geography well, who have gone through with all the references, sources, please be very clear, they have the same knowledge, same content, कुछ difference नहीं है. But still some of the students are going to get 280, some of the students will get 220, is not because they are having lack of content, is mainly because the presentation. And through the presentation, you can get in every question 1 to 2 marks extra. हर क्वेश्चन में आप 1 से 2 मार्क्स एक्स्ट्रा पा सकते हैं. नाउ थिंक, इन पेपर 1 यू आर सपोज टू राइट 18 आंसर. सो पेपर 1 में आप 18 आंसर्स लिखेंगे, पेपर 2 में 18 लिखेंगे. टोटल हाउ मेनी आंसर्स यू विल राइट? 36. ऑफ कोर्स 1 विल बी 2 will be your map work in paper 2, but in general you can say 36 questions you need to answer. Now in every question, let's say you are getting 2 marks extra, or be more generous, let's say 1 marks extra. So if you will just get 1 marks extra from your competitor In every question, there will be a gap of 36 marks. और ये गैप इसलिए नहीं कि आपके पास बहुत ज्योग्राफी की नॉलेज है. This gap is mainly through the presentation. So please be very clear. Presentation is more important when you have to score good. So what makes an answer as a good answer is presentation. So in next 75 days, all of you who has prepared geography optional well, who has completed geography optional before prelims, the game, the battle is not to get an hold of geography. जो उसके तरफ भागेंगे कि मुझे बड़े बड़े फिलोसफर को याद करना है, बड़ी बड़ी किताबें पढ़नी है, आई नीड टू डू द थेसिस, आई नीड टू हैव more understanding, I need to go little bit deeper in all the industrial location theory. I think that is not the right approach. What should be the right approach? Content should be moderate. Moderate means what? Whatever the content you have studied till now, just be with it. Content enrichment करने की जरूरत रहेगी, but that is mostly in the paper 2. So try to give less focus over the content as far as paper 1 is concerned, give more focus to the presentation. And in fact, in paper 2 also, when I am saying the contemporary issue and all those, that can be dealt in the presentation, because you need to understand what is presentation. Presentation hai kya? So when I am saying presentation, this presentation is not only about language, is not only about structure, is not only about map, it's not only about diagrams, it's not only about flow chart, it's not only about case studies, it's about everything. Everything. तो इसमें से ये नहीं कह सकते कि नहीं यही आपका डायग्राम एक I came across with one of the student earlier. So he was having habit of drawing map in every question of paper 2. So I have asked him that why you are drawing the map in every question. Might be the question doesn't require the map. फिर भी आप एक इंडिया का मैप बना रहे हो. Geography optional is not the testing of your whether you can draw the map or not. ये तो नहीं है geography optional. Then one of the student who was doing a very, you can say, trivial thing, what he was doing, he has prepared a list of philosophers. So list of around 100 philosophers, some geomorphologists, some climatologists, some oceanographers, some of the economic geographers, human geographers, population geographers, and he was trying to incorporate, he was trying to fit in every question those philosophers. So you are not supposed to do all these things. ऐसा कुछ नहीं करना कि नहीं हमने सर ने बता दिया कि प्रेजेंटेशन में आपका स्ट्रक्चर या डायग्राम या फ्लो चार्ट है, अब हर क्वेश्चन में आप फ्लो चार्ट ही बनाने लगे. You need not to convey to the examiner that you are writing this examination with some kind of preconceived notion. वैसा नहीं होना चाहिए. Everything should be decided on the run time. So how you will decide on the run time? When you will have lots of answer writing. So the structuring of answer, drawing in some answer you are incorporating map, in some questions you are incorporating diagram, in some questions you are incorporating flow chart. It will come to natural, it will become almost natural in your answer by this, that is answer writing. So please be very clear that presentation is going to be key to get good marks. क्योंकि कंटेंट सभी का सेम होने वाला है, कंटेंट में बहुत ज्यादा डिफरेंसेस नहीं रहेंगे, स्पेशली इन पेपर 2, पेपर 1, पेपर 2 में बिकॉज यू विल हैव अ स्कोप, मोस्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस विल बी जेनरिक इन नेचर, जनरल इन नेचर, और वहां पे यू हैव टू लिंक दोज टॉपिक विद द टॉपिक्स ऑफ सिलेबस, तो वहां पे देयर कैन बी सम स्कोप ऑफ क्रिएटिविटी, तो कंटेंट वहां पे वेरी करेगा. Some will have more case study, some will have more content. लेकिन जहां तक पेपर 1 है, पेपर 1 more or less every student will have same content. So what will make difference? The presentation. Now in presentation, few general things that I will tell you. First of all, lot of student even while appearing in third attempt, second attempt, they will never understand the importance of this word limit. Please be very clear that word limit going to be very crucial for majority of the student, barring only few student, those who are having very great speed or very good, very not good, you can say more than good speed, they only can manage. Otherwise, majority of the student, if you are not going to follow this word limit, there will be problem in completion of paper. If you are not able to complete the paper, if you are not going to write the 18 answers, already your probability of getting good marks will decreases. Because when I am saying that all the students will have the same level of content means what? Let's say your competitor have written 18 answers and you are writing only 15 answers, so you have to take an edge. So agar ye, let's say all the questions carry 10 marks, so if he is getting 100 marks by writing 18 answers, you need to score 101, so you have to take that 101 marks by just writing 15 answers. So there will be a lot of pressure. Might be you are writing very good answer. Let's say this student is getting average 5.5 marks. You are very smart, you are very good, and you are getting 6 marks. So you are getting half marks extra. But because you have written only 15, so you will get 90. Even you are getting 6.5, then also you will get around 100. But assume that you are getting 6.5, and if you will write 18 answer, then what? Almost you will reach to 115. So first prerequisite will be to complete the answer, and one thing which misses majority of the student, एग्जाम के बाद बहुत से स्टूडेंट को आपने सुना होगा, and they used to, even the student who write the test series also, they also call and after the exam and they used to say that, sir, I was not able to write 3 question, 4 question. Of course, there can be one or two questions that can be tricky, and that will be tricky for everyone. तो हम लोग उसको नहीं consider करेंगे. But if you are not able to write just because you are not having sufficient time, so it simply shows that you are having lack of time management in spite of writing test series. So it simply suggests that you have written the test, but if you have not incorporated the feedback. तो इसीलिए मैं बार बार कहता हूं टेस्ट सीरीज लिखना बहुत ही जरूरी है, लेकिन उससे भी जरूरी है दैट यू विल इनकॉर्पोरेट द फीडबैक्स. तो विदाउट फीडबैक इफ यू विल जस्ट राइट फॉर द राइटिंग प्रैक्टिस, दैट इज नॉट गोइंग टू हेल्प मच. So the first thing that you need to focus on the word limit. Never ever try to write more, and also never ever try to become emotional. जैसे लास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चन था, discuss the major continent and ocean building theories. तो अभी ऐसा क्वेश्चन था which is known to everyone, and everyone was well aware of continental drift theory, Taylor's idea, sea floor spreading, plate tectonic theory, and you are writing for 3 pages, 4 pages, 5 pages. That is not going to help you out, because that question was carrying only 20 marks and you were supposed to write 250 word. अब अगर आप in place of 250 word, if you will write 400 words, so what do you think that whether examiner is going to give you 30 marks out of 20? That is not possible. So please treat every question according to its weightage, not according to your knowledge. But the problem among the student, what happens, they treat the question according to their knowledge. So if they are very much comfortable in geomorphology, तो geomorphology के question में एकदम उनको लगेगा कि पूरा पेपर जो एग्जामिनर चेक करेगा दैट विल बी बेस्ड ऑन जियोमॉर्फोलॉजी. दैट इज नॉट गोइंग टू हैपन. सो प्लीज बी वेरी क्लियर अबाउट इट. यू हैव टू adhere to the word limit strictly. तो ये आप जनरल नहीं कर सकते, इट शुड बी स्ट्रिक्ट. सो द फर्स्ट वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट इन द आंसर राइटिंग विल बी वर्ड लिमिट. Then the next thing which is most important is try to answer according to what has been asked. So जो पूछा गया आप उसको लिखिए. Do not try to just write what you know. So there is a difference. Try to answer according to what has been asked, not what you know. With this, one more thing, because what happens, there will be two set of students. One set of student who will not be able to identify that what is being asked. So there will be a problem for them to actually understand the demand of the question. I do understand that there will be few set of the student who will not be able to understand कि question actually पूछ क्या रहा है. But there will be lot of student who will understand. They know that what is being asked, but because they do not know that what is being asked, so they try to portray. They try to write something and they expect that examiner should be lenient. Examiner should award mark just for the sake that I have written. That is not going to happen. So first you are supposed to write what is being asked, then you are not supposed to write what you know. And one more thing, do not try to fill the space. Do not try to fill the स्पेस, तो कुछ स्पेस दिया गया, आप उसको फिल मत करिए. सो these are some of the basic things, or you can say general thing. Which you need to follow. Now there will be some specific things. How to approach answers? The first thing will be to understand the question. How will understand the question? First of all, try to divide your questions. Try to divide. How you will divide? The division should be, first of all, identify directive word. This directive word is also sometimes referred as tail word. इसी को tail word भी कहते हैं. But I used to say directive word. क्यों? Because your whole answer will be given a direction. Your whole answer will be structured based on this directive word. So the first thing you need to identify the directive word. What are the some of the directive words? Elucidate, explain, elaborate, discuss, comment, interpret. Now you need to understand that if the examiner is asking, examiner is using the different directive word, there must be some purpose. Why the examiner is giving different directive word? Why he is not using the same directive word? There must be some purpose. So while writing the answer, you also need to be careful. You also need to appreciate that directive word. Your answer should be according to that. If the question requires elucidate, you need to understand what is the meaning of elucidate. Elucidate simply refers what? It requires more clarification. Clarification किस चीज का पूछा जाता है? Might be you are knowing something. There is some knowledge that is available, but that knowledge is not very clear. So if you are supposed to elucidate, means you need to make it more clear. How you will make more clear? You will make it more clear with the help of some of the examples. Now even in examples, try to understand. In geography, if in the question they are saying that elucidate with some empirical example. So there is a difference between normal example and empirical example. Because if the question requires empirical example, means that example or that evidence should be based on empirical studies, field study. तो जो भी field studies हुई हैं, that can be in India, that can be in some other part of the world, you need to present that. By just merely giving examples will not be sufficient. So you have to reach up to the question. That is why directive words becomes very important. If you will flow your answer according to that directive word, your answer looks good. Your answers will appear to be, you can say, perfect. Content is not become that much important. So if it is being asked, explain किस चीज का होता? Explain means might be it is some theory, it can be some well established concept, but those concepts you need to explain. So there are lots of theories in physical geography, there are lots of theories in the human and economic geography. You have to just elaborate to make it clear. Or when the question is of discuss is what? Discussion. And discussion is what? Discussion primarily associated with having different ideas, opinion. Different opinion doesn't mean that every time you will have the one way positive argument and the negative argument. No, please be very clear. ऐसा नहीं है कि हर चीज का पॉजिटिव हो और निगेटिव ही होना चाहिए. क्रिटिसिज्म नहीं होगा हर बार. But there can be different ideas, different opinion. So might be the question is about discuss the plate tectonic theory. So when you are discussing the plate tectonic theory, you are not supposed to just explain the plate tectonic theory and you will leave. No. Write the plate tectonic theory, but also appreciate, try to give some other opinions of some of the modern geomorphologist idea that where this plate tectonic theory is not applicable, which are the geological features, which are the geological phenomena where it appears that the plate tectonic theory is not very much correct. It is insufficient to explain. So the directive words becomes very important. Then once you will identify the directive word, the next thing that you need to do is identify the keyword. Keyword is the topic, keyword is the term around which question has been framed. So the question has been framed around the keyword. Also, this keyword depends upon which type of question you are answering. So in question number 1 and question number 5, where short notes are being asked, so there will be only one keyword. But in other questions, where the 15 markers and 20 markers question is being asked, there you can have primary keyword, you can have secondary keyword, you can have tertiary keyword. So there can be more than one keyword. There can be more than one keyword. So you need to be very much keep in mind that your answer should be around that keyword. So identify the directive word, write your answer according to the directive word, and the content will be based on the keyword. So if the question is around the groundwater, so write only groundwater. No need to write about the surface water, river, ponds, lakes. If the question is around the surface water, do not jump to the groundwater. How this will happen? Because there are lots of areas. There are lots of areas in geography where you will have the more than two topics. So, to make yourself accountable, to make yourself in check, initially, while writing the answer, when you will join some test series and then you will write, what I used to suggest, make an habit of investing some time, let's say 15-30 seconds. इस टाइम को इन्वेस्ट करेंगे फॉर फ्यू टेस्ट, लेट्स से 1 टेस्ट, 2 टेस्ट, 3 टेस्ट. बाय द टाइम यू विल रीच टू द 4th टेस्ट, 5th टेस्ट, देयर वोंट बी एनी रिक्वायरमेंट. तो उस समय आपको ये टाइम इन्वेस्ट करने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी. बाय ब्लिंक ऑफ आई यू कैन लुक आउट इट, बट इनिशियली यू हैव टू डू इट. व्हाट यू कैन डू आफ्टर राइटिंग 1 to 2 paragraph, just go back to the question and read it one more time. So after writing 1 to 2 paragraph, just go back and read question one more time. Again you have written one more paragraph, go to the question. So it will keep you in check that you are writing only those things that has been asked. Because sometime in the flow, especially when you know lot. When you are not having any content, when you have not well prepared, तब तो कोई problem नहीं होगी. There won't be any problem. But when you know a lot, when you are having lots of content, there will be a problem in the presentation, that what needs to be included, what not to be included. So might be the question is, critically analyze the continental drift theory and you are supposed to answer in 100 words. अब आपने शुरू कर दिया कहानी बतानी अल्फ्रेड वेगनर की, उसके एविडेंसेस की, and you became so much emotional that in the 100 words you have just written about the evidences and the theory. Criticism तक तो पहुंचे ही नहीं आप. So that will be a waste. Because if the question is a 5 marker, तो आप 3 पेज का 4 पेज का आंसर लिखेंगे, you are not going to get 10 marks, 20 marks. So because of that, the moment you will write one paragraph, especially introduction, go back and read the question one more time. And if you will continue this exercise for, let's say, in 3-4 tests, by the time you will be writing 7th test, 6th test or mock, there won't be any issue. You will find that most of answer you are writing is according to the demand of the question, and you are not writing unnecessary things. You will develop a behavior where you will understand that yes, I will get marks only when I will write according to the demand of the question. It is not a test of your knowledge. Of course, the major idea is testing your knowledge, but it is not simply a test of understanding that how much geography you know. उसका टेस्ट नहीं है. It's simply a test of that whatever is being asked, are you able to convey in stipulated word limit and in proper manner, in proper structure or not. That's it. So please be very clear about it. So when you will divide your question in this manner, definitely it will be helpful. Now, I will discuss the previous year's question in different series. So I will take a different session on this, so where you can learn it in more elaborative manner. But here let's take an example and try to understand that how to identify the keywords and how to identify the directive words. Discuss views on slope development of L.C. King. Discuss views on slope development provided by L.C. King. Now this is the question. So in this question, I don't think that there won't be any problem to identify the directive word. Directive word is your discuss. So you have to discuss. You are not supposed to just explain. You are not supposed to just elaborate. You are not supposed to just critically analyze, comment, interpret. No, discuss. The second thing is keyword. So keyword is what? Slope development. Slope development is a keyword, but when you will go through with the slope development, even in the question itself, you will find that slope evolution, slope development concept has been provided by different proponents, and the 3 major slope development theories has been provided by the same proponent of the landform development. So we have the Davis, we have the Penck and the King. So here examiner is expecting you to write the slope development but of the LC king. So you can say it is the primary keyword, it is the secondary keyword. Why primary, why secondary? Just try to understand. You will start your answer. So from where you will start your answer? So it's better to start your answer with the primary keyword. So try to write one paragraph. What is slope development? What do you understand by slope development? So when you will explain this slope development, when you will give some of the profile of hill slope, you will draw a diagram showing the summital convexity, then you will have the free face, scar, then you will have rectilinear face, then you will have the basal concavity, and then writing that how this slope will develop over the period of time, and we have the different group of theories. One of the theories is of LC king, and then you can write about the pediplanation cycle, hill slope evolution cycle given by the LC king. So, from the first word itself, if you will start writing about the LC king, so you are narrowing your answer. So it's better to divide this question in two keywords. First is your slope development and the second is your LC king's idea. So first channelize your answer about the slope development. You can, let's say you are supposed to write about the 250 word. So it will be good to write 30 to 40 words about the slope development. Then you can write about the idea of LC king. So it will become more clear when I will take up few more questions in our answer writing series. And I am hopeful that after going through this session, you must have learned some new things, new insight about the approach that you need to follow for next 70-75 days. These 75 days are going to be very crucial because the optional will be the main decider of your selection. So please prepare your optional carefully, do answer writing practices, but what is more important is try to get the feedback and incorporate those feedback. Feedback मिलना बहुत आसान है. Feedback के लिए आजकल you will have a different modes. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि you will not have the options. You will have plenty of option to get the feedback. But the feedback that you will get, you have to apply. You have to incorporate in your answer. So that's it from my side, and we'll connect with you in some other session. Till then, thank you.